Hello friends, in the series on the income tax cases, today we will discuss a case which is on the treatment of excise duty exemption which is given to the assessee by the Government of India, and this excise duty exemption is given for the generation of the employment and for the industrialization of the states of Uttaranchal and Himachal Pradesh. The issue before the Guwahati High Court in the present case was that whether this type of excise duty exemption is a capital receipt or a revenue receipt, and if it is a capital receipt, then whether in that case it will be considered in calculating the book profits of the assessee under section 115 JB. Both these issues have been taken care of by Honorable Guwahati High Court in the case of Principal Commissioner of Income Tax and another versus Greenply Industries Limited. This case is reported in 476 ITR at page number 347, and the matter has been decided by the Guwahati High Court on 4th March 2025. The case relates to the assessment year 14-15, and in the present case the assessee has received excise duty exemptions for 10 years in respect of policy decision pertaining to new industrial policy and other concession given by the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India, for the states of Uttaranchal and Himachal Pradesh. In filing the return of income, the assessee has treated this excise duty exemption as a revenue receipt and given the tax on that, and even during the assessment proceedings the assessee has taken these receipts as revenue receipt. But when the matter was before the learned CIT appeal, the assessee first time raised this matter and said that this is a capital receipt and it should not be taxed, and the CIT appeal was concurring with the view of the assessee and treated this receipt as a capital receipt. And at the same time, when this receipt was treated as capital receipt, then the CIT appeal said that this capital receipt should not be considered for calculating the book profit of the assessee under section 115 JB. So the CIT appeal gave the relief to the assessee, first time admitting the ground of the assessee that this is a capital receipt. The interesting point in this case is that it doesn't matter whether the assessee has paid tax on that in the return of income or even has not taken any heed to take this amount as a capital receipt in the assessment proceedings, because there is Article 265 which says that no tax can be collected without the authority of the law. So even if assessee had made some mistake, that does not mean that that mistake gives a right to the revenue to collect the taxes which are not in the frame of taxation policy. So the revenue challenged the appeal of the CIT appeal before the tribunal, and the tribunal also upheld the order of the CIT appeal by saying that in the present case there is no denying the fact that the nature of the excise duty exemption received by the assessee from the Government of India for the development and for the industrialization of the states of Uttaranchal and Himachal, and it was for the employment generation and for the industrialization of the states. So in the present case, the facts suggest that whatever the excise duty exemption has been received by the assessee is a capital receipt, and at the same time when it is decided in favor of the assessee that some amount is not a revenue receipt and it is a capital receipt and it is not taxable, then at the same time it also becomes very clear that that amount should not be considered in calculating the book profit of the assessee in the MAT provisions under section 115 JB. At the end of this video, once again I am repeating the name of the case. The name of the case is Principal Commissioner of Income Tax and another versus Greenply Industries Limited, and this case is reported in 476 ITR at page number 347, and the matter has been decided by Honorable Guwahati High Court on 4th March 2025. Thank you, friends.